Hi guys, it's Daisy here from Outside Accounting. I thought I'd just make a quick video to demonstrate how you can look into whether your business satisfies either the 30% or the 40% revenue drop test. This is for the Resurgence support payment and the Covid-19 wage subsidy. So the first thing you want to do is hop onto your Xero account. I'll be using the demo company today, so it's not going to show a perfect example of what a New Zealand business sort of looks like over the past week, but we'll give it a good go and hopefully you kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to say anyway. So what you want to do first is just hop onto the profit and loss. And we'll start with the Resurgence support payment. So what you want to show for this is that your business's revenue has dropped at least 30% in the 7-day period from when lockdown began last Wednesday until today's date. And you're wanting to compare that to a sort of a typical week of trading in a 6-week period before the lockdown began. So that can be any week in between, I think it's the 6th of July until the 16th of August. So I'm just going to choose just a random week. So I'll just choose the 12th of July until the 19th. And the figure you want to be looking at is this sort of total trading income figure. So that's kind of the typical trading figure that your business would receive in sort of a normal week of trading. So it's just those usual business activities. So it doesn't include anything such as interest income, any dividend income, any residential or commercial rental income, or kind of any other sort of one-off income that your business has received in that week. So it's just going to be that sort of total trading income. So what you're wanting to do then is compare that to the week just gone. So that would be the 18th of August to the 25th of August, or it can be any week from when the lockdown began. So if you're watching us at a later date, it can just be any week from that period of when we went into level 4 or even in level 3. So you just update that. So this is not a perfect example, obviously, as the demo company, but let's just pretend this total trading income for the week just gone was $2,000 in comparison to a normal trading period. Let's imagine that's $10,000. So obviously it's dropped 80% in that week. So that will satisfy already that 30% drop in revenue test for that 7-day period. So it's just checking, obviously, that this figure is at least 30% lower than the figure from a week in a typical trading period in that 6-week period from July until August before the lockdown began. So the wage subsidy is different. So you need to show that your business has dropped at least 40% in a 2-week period from when lockdown began until that 2-week period is over. Obviously, we're only 1 week through. So just bear that in mind as I kind of talk this through. But then it's kind of the same as the Resurgence support payment. You need to compare that to a 2-week period in a 2-week period in the 6 weeks before the lockdown began. So as mentioned before, we're only 1 week in at the moment. So kind of obviously, if your business has gone from 100 to nothing, kind of all at once, then it's very likely you will have already satisfied that 40% revenue drop test. But then again, kind of if you are trading at reduced capacity and you're kind of not 100% sure the outcome and whether you will have dropped at least 40% in that 2-week period, then it is really just best to kind of hold off until that 2-week period is over. Kind of it works the same way. So imagine if we're a week in the future and you'd just be doing the same type of thing as what you were doing for the Resurgence support payment. You'd do it from the date kind of the lockdown started until 2 weeks post then. So that would be the 1st of September. I had to think about that for a second. And then it's just sort of working out whether that total revenue amount, not including any kind of extras, so the dividends, interest income, is 40% less than a typical 2-week trading period in 6 weeks before the lockdown began. As kind of mentioned before, if you're a bit unsure and you don't really know the outcome of what this kind of 2-week period will bring, it's best to just hold off applying until that 2-week period is over, just to be certain that you do meet the criteria. If you did apply now and you end up not meeting the criteria, then what you'll have to do is you'll just have to repay the wage subsidy. If you kind of have any questions on anything I've demonstrated today, or just anything to do with the Resurgence support payment or the wage subsidy, feel free to get in contact with any of the outside team. All of our information and how to get in contact with us is down below and on the website as well. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.